What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Madden 20 online franchise gameplay. Here in our Road to the Super Bowl series with our Washington Redskins, we're in our this is our second division matchup. We played the Cowboys earlier on in the season. This is our second division game up against the New York Giants in MetLife Stadium. Coming into this week, our Redskins are going to be 4 and 0, or are 4 and 0, not going to be 4 and 0. We are 4 and 0. Can't remember what the Giants' record is off the top of my head. I want to say they've only won one game, but even still, it's not something just to take lightly because these are division games. I see they're 1 and 3. I see right there. Um, like I was saying, these are not games to take lightly. Everybody that is in my division right here, we see each other twice a year, and we played each other multiple times, and we have a pretty good understanding on what each other likes to do and what we need to do to stop it. So coming into this week's game, records mean nothing. I'm just trying to continue this winning streak right here, do what I need to do on the field, and come away with a win. Before we got into this game, I ended up changing things around. I normally had Avery Bruce as my returner and punt returner. I've now demoted him to I think I have him only on punt return. But we have a receiver, DJ Matthews. He has 2 speed higher than what Avery Bruce did, anyways. I think it's at 92 or 93 speed. So hoping that making that switch and hoping that I'm able to get a little bit better field position and just have a better chance of returning kicks right here. As we'll see, DJ Matthews starting the game off. We are going to be starting on offense. Kind of unfortunate because I've already said multiple times I really, 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 really enjoy playing defense to start games off. I don't know. I just think that the defense really sets the tone for the game better. But anyways, here we are, 1st and 10. Andrew Luck drops back, finds Terry McLaurin on the comeback route. We were actually looking to go deep for Emmanuel Hall, had everything pretty much locked up there, so we ended up settling for Terry McLaurin on the comeback route. Come back after that 1st and 10 and hitting our rookie tight end Stogner across the middle, picks up another first down. Things are looking good until we get to our third first down, and we end up taking a loss of 13 yards on the sack. Had everything pretty much locked up there. I had nowhere to go. 2nd down, end up hitting Avery Bruce out of the backfield for a minimum gain of 2 yards. 3rd and 19, looking for something deep. Nothing came open, and we ended up getting sacked again. So this is definitely not a really a good start to the game. Like I said, these division games are tough. We pretty much know what each other likes to do. We know the defenses that we have to play, the situations to stop everything. Speaking about stopping people, stopping Saquon Barkley is going to be a problem today. It's always a problem trying to stop Saquon Barkley. Try to get things going. He ends up getting a nice little game first with Saquon. 3rd and 9, our boy Jonathan Allen comes through with a huge sack for us and pins it back up against the 5, and we force a punt. But Madden will be Madden, and we have a guy who comes through and just tries to block the punt for whatever reason, and ends up giving him a first down after that. Anyways, on technically his second drive, um, Stephon Gilmore coming up with a huge pass breakup there on first down. Come back on 2nd down, and he's still attacking Stephon Gilmore. We're still waiting for Stephon Gilmore to have one of those games where he really just goes off for us. He's only got 1 interception so far in the season. Stephon's way better than that. 2nd and 7 there, false start on his offensive lineman there. And he comes back on 2nd and 12, attacking Stephon Gilmore again, and now Stephon is in the zone. 3rd and 12, definitely needing to stop here. And who is that? Jimmy Moreland coming off the edge with a nice little sack for us. And we end up forcing another punt. So pretty good start for our defense. We forced 2 punts. The first one was fluky because someone decided to try to block it who had no business trying to block the punt. But anyways, we get the ball right back to our offense. Andrew Luck starting things off pretty well here, finally connecting with Emmanuel Hall across the middle of the field. 1st and 10, looking for something. We find Emmanuel Hall again. That was just late. I really shouldn't have thrown that. That was way too late. I really set him up. Luckily, Emmanuel Hall did not get injured on that play. 2nd and 10, finding Avery Bruce out of the backfield. That was a nice little find there. 3rd and 4, late. really good user lurk there by him. Not too many people cover that route, that little stop route. I call it like a little umpire route because if you actually play football, that's where like the umpire sits. But not too many people in Madden know to cover that umpire route. They typically think that receiver is just crossing all the way over and they just leave him alone. Really good user there by him on stopping it. Like I said, we've played each other so much, he knows what I like to run. Um, really good user by him. 1st and 10, he's handing it off to Saquon. Saquon picks up a nice little gain of 4 yards. Coming back to Saquon again. Monte Nicholson stopping him in the backfield. Actually loses a yard or two on that play. Forcing another 3rd and 9. Looked like we had everything locked up, and then Evan Ingram sneaks his way through our zone. That was actually my area that I was supposed to be using with Lars Woodby, and I just completely blew that. And then what was that? 5 yards out. That's easy for Saquon. 5 yards is a given for him. And the Giants are on the board first. Still not. Oh my God. Graham Gano helping us out with field position there, but defense was pretty decent. I mean, if you take away that user error by me, I feel like we would have been able to stop him again and have another punt there. But anyway, 2nd and 7 here. Andrew Luck dropping back, looking for someone, looking for Emmanuel Hall. That's pass interference, clear as day. My opponent knows it also. He just goes and runs out of bounds, and there it is. Pass interference. We get the ball back in better field position. Come out on 1st and 10, hitting Avery, giving the ball to Avery Bruce, and he picks up a nice gain of about, what, 30 yards. Oh my gosh. Avery Bruce doesn't really get too many touches in this offense. It's normally Darius Geis, but I don't know. I like to kind of use both my running backs. If one is having a better day than the other, then that guy who's having a better day is just going to get the bulk of the carries. As you see, Avery Bruce kind of fixing the problem with or fixing or gaining the yards back that Darius Geis ended up losing on 2nd down. And then Darius Geis ends up punching into the end zone, and in the end of it, probably should have been Avery Bruce's touchdown, but he was just too tired. I couldn't put him back in the game. Anyways, scores tied up 7-7. Daniel Jones, not drops back. He hands it off to Saquon Barkley again. Pretty good, decent job. 8 carries for 10 yards, only 1 touchdown. Decent job so far of bottling up Saquon Barkley by our defense. 3rd and 4, looking for a pass. He ends up handing it off to Saquon Barkley. Caught me off guard there. I really thought he was going to go for another pass and try to hit Evan Ingram. He was just in a horrible defense for that to defend the run. I had too many defensive backs on the field. 1st and 10, Daniel Jones takes a dangerous pass. I feel like if I would have gone for the interception, which, speaking of interception, Kenneth Murray just stopped Monte Nicholson from getting one. But if I would have gone for that interception with Stephon Gilmore, who knows what kind of animation I would have gotten. It seems like Stephon Gilmore gets the craziest animations in the game that just don't make sense at all. And I don't know. It was just the safer bet just to go for the SWAT, even though he possibly could have gotten the interception there. But anyways, you see the Giants pick up a nice little gain of a couple yards on 4th down. Clock's winding down here in the 2nd quarter. This is a 62-yard field goal that they're actually going to go for. And he just barely gets that. So going into halftime, the Giants have the lead 10-7. Kind of unfortunate because they get the ball back to start the second half. So here coming out on defense, we're definitely going to need to hold them to a field goal at the most. Cannot give up a touchdown. Just point blank, we just cannot give up a touchdown and allow them to go up 2 scores. Starting things off on 1st and 10. Still handing the ball off to Saquon Barkley. Why not? I mean, eventually you would think that Saquon's going to break one. Hopefully, I'm hoping he doesn't. And as I'm saying that, there he goes. Saquon has finally found a little bit of room, and he's getting loose. Still a lot of carries, not too many yards, so we're still doing a decent job of stopping the run game in general, and then also just slowing down Saquon Barkley. But with Saquon, you never know. 2nd and 12. Oh, give me a fumble. Come on now. Cole Holcomb just completely smacks Daniel Jones, spins him around in the air, and Daniel Jones somehow holds onto the ball. There was no slide attempt or anything there. This field goal should not have been happening. It should have been a fumble. We should have scooped that up, and we should be going the other way with the ball. But anyways, 13-7. We end up holding them to a field goal, so I can't fault my defense for that. We did the most of what we could allow coming out the second half. Still a one possession game here. Now we just need our offense to get something going. Hand the ball off to Avery Bruce. Like I said, Avery Bruce he's had himself a day. He's finding a little bit more room to run on the ground than what Darius Geis is. And here we go, just spelling Avery Bruce on second down or first down. Give it to Darius Geis. He picks up a gain of 9. 2nd and 1, right back to Avery Bruce, and he's just getting loose. Avery Bruce is getting loose. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Going to run a little jet sweep here with Terry McLaurin. Picks up not a decent gain. Picks up a minimum, 3 yards? Yeah, he only picked up 3 yards there. 2nd and 7. Went hurry up. Probably shouldn't have gone hurry up here. Probably should have gone and just picked a different play. Handed off to Darius Geis. He gets a decent amount of yardage on a 2nd and 7. Puts us in a 3rd and 3 situation. Going right back to Darius Geis. Can he get the edge? He does. We're down to about the 4-yard line. And we have a new running back in here, Zach Moss, because both of my running backs were just tired. Darius Geis and Avery Bruce were tired. I said, why not? Just go ahead and get Zach Moss in there. He's actually star dev. He just doesn't play because I have Avery Bruce and Darius Geis. So that's a nice way for him to get his first touchdown on the season. I think that actually might be his first touchdown of his career, by the way, also. But anyways, 1st and 10 for the Giants. Going back to Saquon Barkley. They're down 1. 3rd quarter's coming to the end. We're in the 4th quarter now, and the Giants are looking to put together a drive. I should have been in a user alert there. I knew that he was going to go to Evan Ingram. Like I said, we play each other so much. I know his tendencies when he throws the ball. Pick. Should have been a pick. I know his tendencies. I know who he likes to throw to. So really good user alert there on Evan Ingram. Just Madden did not repay me with the interception. And then tip drill there with Cole Holcomb, and he ends up catching the ball, but out of bounds. Anyways, 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter, and we're up by 1. We're looking to try to kill a little bit of clock here. We're going to run the ball as much as possible, get this clock to start to drain. Avery Bruce is approaching 100 yards on the ground. Has 87 yards right now. 3rd and 8. Can't run the ball here. We probably could, but I didn't want to. End up throwing the ball. T.Y. Hilton opened on the double move and just intercepted by Hamilton. Kind of a late throw there by Andrew Luck. Did look like T.Y. Hilton was open there for a minute. Another dropped interception. Another good user by Monte Nicholson. But anyways, just a horrible decision by me on that 3rd down when I threw a pick. Anyways, we're going to look for our defense to get us another stop. Here on 3rd and 7, he ends up finding Darius Slayton right up the seam, and picks up the 1st down. Right back to Saquon Barkley. He's been bottled up. 18 rushes for 72 yards at this point right now. We're doing a decent job on Saquon. I'm feeling good about how our defensive line is playing. The linebackers are filling the holes, not giving him too much room to run around. And as you've seen, what's his name? Daniel Jones tries to take off on a run, tries to dive for the 1st down, and just completely fumbles the ball. Bobby Wagner's there to scoop it up, and we're right back on offense. We're trying to drive down the field, run this ball, and just get out of MetLife Stadium with a win. 2nd and 5 here, right back to Darius Geis. He ends up picking up 4 yards there. 3rd and short. Darius Geis is still in the game. Could argue that Avery Bruce should be in, but Darius Geis does enough to get the 1st down. And this is where things start to take a turn for the worse. Why are you not running the ball? Why are you throwing the ball? I mean, granted, Stogner should have held on to that one. That was an in route against a defensive back, and he had position. You should have been able to corral that one. But 2nd down, we're throwing the ball. Why? There's 2 minutes left. Just run the ball. Bleed the clock. But no, we're going to drop back, hit Terry McLaurin. Glad he catches the ball. He stays in bounds, but we could have probably taken away that 2-minute warning for him on 2nd down. But anyways, a beautiful punt by our punter here, Tress Way. He's on the 1. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Could Saquon go for 99 yards? And that's exactly what it looks like is about to happen. Out of all day, we've been had Saquon bottled up, and now he just breaks this big one loose. And for whatever reason, my opponent decides to dive down. I would have went ahead and scored the touchdown, made it an 8 point lead. I would rather put me if I were him, I'd rather put my opponent in a situation where he has to score a touchdown and a 2 point conversion. Whether if we hold him to a field goal right here, all we need is a field goal back on offense, and this game is pretty much ours. So he ends up taking all of our timeouts. Defense holds him to a field goal, and now we have 46 seconds on offense to go down the field and get a field goal to win this game. So here we go. DJ Matthews on the return. Decent return, gets us up to the 23-yard line. Coming out on offense, Andrew Luck's making a couple of hot routes, trying to put people in right situations because we have no timeouts on the offense. We definitely need some out routes to try to get out of bounds. If he's smart, he's covering the outs, and we need some digs on the inside. Hurrying up to the line right here, get a quick spike. 23 seconds left on the clock. Down by 2, 2nd and 10. Andrew Luck drops back. Looking, can't find anybody. He ends up taking a shot to Stogner in double, triple, quadruple coverage. Luckily, that one's not intercepted. Come back on 3rd and 10. Situation's getting kind of tight. 17 seconds left. Andrew Luck drops back. Looking, tries to go deep to Terry McLaurin. Aggressive catch, and he's just unable to come away with the catch. 10 seconds left in the game. 4th and 10. This is pretty much the game right here. Andrew Luck drops back, finds Terry McLaurin wide open. He's waving his hands. Pass interference, and it's not called. Clear as day, blatant pass interference, not called. The Redskins end up losing their first game of the year, dropping to 4-1 in MetLife Stadium, 1-1 in the division. This was difficult. This is a difficult one to let go. Definitely, we could have handled it, managed it better down the road there, and potentially came with locked this game up ourselves. Bad play calling, horrible call, no call at the end of the game, pretty much decided the game for us. But at the end of the day, it's only our first loss. We're still going to keep on pushing. Spoiler alert for next week, we're actually supposed to be back in the stadium again up against the New York Jets, but the Jets user is MIA, so we're going to take a force win and go on to the next week. So our Redskins are going to be 5-1 after this game. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.